Welcome to CarCutter. My name is Dan, and I'll be guiding you today on how to take great photos with the CarCutter app. If you haven't already, you will receive an email with your login information. There will be both a QR code and a token that consists of letters and numbers. Do not scan that QR code with your phone's native camera, but yet you scan it directly with the app. So after you have downloaded the app from your app store, you'll be prompted with this screen. You have the option to scan the QR code or enter it manually right here. But scanning the QR code is the easiest way. When you first log in, you'll be prompted to select a guideline, and then you'll be brought to the app's main screen. At the top left, we have the CarCutter logo, and to the right of that, we have three buttons. The first of being the magnifying glass, and this will be for searching for vehicles that you have already taken photos of. To the right of that, we have the gear symbol. Within the settings, we have a couple options here, but I'm going to talk about two of them. The first being autosave. By default, the autosave feature might be turned on, but what I suggest is turning it off because having that feature on means all the photos you take within the app will be saved directly to your phone's camera roll. Now, I want to direct your attention to the very bottom to the storage optimization. And the best way I can explain this is kind of like the text messages on your phone. After a certain amount of time, your text messages will start auto-deleting. The same thing can happen for the vehicles on your device. You can switch this from never to a year, half a year, 3 months, month, and 1 week. I find that 1 month seems to be the sweet spot of having inventory on your phone without overloading it with extra photos and taking up your phone's storage. To the right of the gear symbol, we have a little circle at the man inside. This is your user profile button. When you click on that, there's a couple things here, most important being the refresh button right in the middle. If we ever make any changes on our back end, like updating your photo order or changing our background, we're going to ask, hey, go refresh your app. And you do that by going to the user profile button and then clicking the refresh button. Also on the screen, you can see your rooftop. You can see your letter and number token. And at the very top left, there's a little square with a QR code in it. If you click on that, it will open up that QR code so another photographer can scan it right off your phone. And then at the very bottom of the screen, we have sign out, which signs you directly out of the app. Now it's time to take pictures. And we do that by clicking the button at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. A VIN scanner will pop up. And what's really important to know about the VIN scanner is that there's 3 different types of VIN scanners. So if I were to click that button on the top left of the camera, you'll see 3 boxes. One's with an A in it, one's with a barcode, and one with a QR code. It is super important that if you are trying to scan the barcode off the VIN plate, that you're using the barcode scanner. If you want to scan a VIN right off your window sticker, you can use the A. And if that car has a QR code, you can use a QR code scanner as well. If you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you can click enter manually and enter a VIN of your choosing. Now, if at any point you do need to adjust the VIN, you can tap the VIN at the very top of the screen and you can adjust it this way. It is very important that the VIN matches the VIN that's in your system. If the VIN does not match, then the photos will stay in a purgatory and will not be synced up to your website and third parties. So if you do need to adjust it, you can adjust the VIN right here. Directing your attention to the 3 dots in the top right, we have rename order, which is again adjusting your VIN. We have duplicate order, which will copy the photos you just took onto another VIN. This is great for your entry-level cars where you have several of the same trim, same color, same wheels, same everything. Just as long as everything's the same, you can duplicate the photos onto that new VIN. Below that, we have reprocess order. It's grayed out right now because I haven't taken any photos, but reprocess order will send the photos back out for backgrounding and push them through our system and get them to your website, just like as if you were taking a brand new set of photos. Below that, we have share and export. Share photos will be like any other share feature on your phone where you can text them, email them, share them to social media, and then export images will save these images directly to your phone's camera roll. Right here, we have our suggested list of photos that you should take. You can see we have all the exterior and then several interior photos. If I were to click on one of these, the camera opens up. On the left side of the screen, you have the same photo order. On the right side, on the top right, we have the zoom feature. You can adjust the brightness and contrast of the photo. And at the very bottom right, we have the flash. Now, the app will guide you on how to take proper images and angles of your vehicles. So you can see the image I have up is of the passenger side, but the guide I have is on the driver's side. So if I try to click this shutter button, nothing happens. I actually have to go all the way down to the right guide for everything to line up. It is important to make sure that you are looking directly at the vehicle and that your headlight to mirror height level with the car. You don't want to be looking down and you don't want to be looking up at that vehicle. Once you get everything to line up green, you can click that shutter button and capture the image. At this point, you'll be asked, is this a good photo or is this a bad photo? If it's a good photo, you can take you can hit the button on the top right. If you need to retake this image, you can hit the button on the bottom right. Again, all the exterior photos will guide you on how to take the proper images. The interior photos are a little easier to take. They just have a simple guideline, and you just got to line it up the best you can to capture the images. Now, if you need to add additional photos to your photo set, you can hit the plus button at the very bottom of the order and add additional photos to this. This is great for shooting heated seats, a moonroof, badges, TVs in the back of the headrest, the upgraded sound system. It's really up to your choosing on what you want to take photos of. Now we understand no parking lot is perfect, and sometimes you can't get the car to line up exactly how the app wants you to. If you ever come across a situation like this, what you can do is you press and hold on that shutter button, and it will actually override the guideline. Again, be careful with this feature because we are not going to be guiding you on how to take it, and it is up to the responsibility of the photographer to determine if this is a good photo or not. Going back to this page right here, you can see that we have this photo uploading. The little blue circle with the cloud, that means this image is still uploading. And after some time, it will turn to a circle with a magic wand on it and then a green check mark. Once you see a green check mark, you can be rest assured that that photo has uploaded off your device and has made it to our servers. Now, when you see two green check marks, that means that photo has gone through our human-powered quality control. And if we needed to make any adjustments to the background, we will have done that within 24 hours and pushed them back out to your DMS. You can see here, I still have all these other photos I need to take. And then I have completed right down here at the bottom. On this page, you can see the original or the final result. If you direct your attention to the top right, you have three dots. You can hit retake image, share image, export image, or delete image. A couple things to note. Staging a vehicle is super important when it comes to taking a good photo. You want to make sure that car is on flat level ground, that the sun is to your back on your first photo, that you're not parked under a tree or under a building that can cast a weird shadow onto the vehicle, and that the vehicle is clean and detailed and ready for photos. As you can see, these other images have officially uploaded and they have completed their quality control process. It could take up to 24 hours for you to get double check marks on your images. And then when you go back to your phone's main screen, the vehicle is there ready for you to view again. You can go in and take more photos or leave the photos how they are, and these photos will be pushed over to your DMS as soon as possible. If you have any questions, you can reach out to our support team at support@car-cutter.com. And thank you for your time today, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.